Chapter 3, Section 10, the last section of Chapter 3, begins on page 211. We are going to start with problem 2, which is on page 213. We are working on word problems, dividing. Yay! Number 1. The cook in the school cafeteria made 47.5 cups of mashed potatoes. If there are 1 1/4 cups of mashed potatoes in a serving, how many servings did she make? Starting with the whole, 47.5. We're going to put those in groups of 1 1/4. You have to do improper fractions. 2 times 47 is 94, plus 1 is 95 halves, divided by 5/4. Find the reciprocal. 95 halves times 4/5. This is a great time to cross reduce if you understand that. If not, go 95 times 4, which is 380 over 10. Then you have to simplify that, and you get 38. How many servings did she make? 38 servings. Number 2. Ashley had 18 1/3 feet of ribbon. She cut it into 6 equal lengths. How long is each piece? Write the equation, 18 1/3, putting in groups of 6. Improper fraction, 3 times 18 is 54, plus 1 is 55, divided by 6 over 1. Find the reciprocal, 55/3 times 1/6. 55 times 1 is 55. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 goes into 55 3 times, which takes you up to 54. 3 1/18. Feet. 3 1/18 feet. Number 3. Nicole bought 10 5/8 pounds of walnuts. The cookie recipe she is using calls for 1 1/4 cups. How many batches can she make? 10 5/8 divided by 1 1/4. Improper fractions. 8 times 10 is 80, plus 5 is 85/8, divided by 5/4. Multiplication problem. 85/8 times 4/5. Cross reduce. If you know how to do it, use it. 4 times 80 is 320. 4 times 5 is 20. 85 times 4 is 340 over 40. 40 would go into 4, goes into 34 8 times. Takes me up to 320. I have 20 left over. 8 1/2 batches. Next page. The students in Mr. Rivera's shop class volunteered to make doll houses for the school fundraiser. The blueprints call for the side pieces of the dollhouse to be 12 1/4 inches long. If Mr. Rivera has 6 boards that are 98 inches long, how many side pieces can he be cut? All right, so we're starting with 98 divided by 12 1/4. This would be 98 divided by 49/4, with the 1 there. Multiplication problem, 98 over 1 times 4 over 49. If you see the cross reducing, do it. Make your life easier. 98 times 4 is 392 over 49. Divide that out, and you should get exactly 8. So if Mr. Rivera has 6 boards that are 98 inches long, he can cut 8 boards. B, if the blueprint for the dollhouse is 1/4 the actual size, how long is the side piece represented on the blueprint? So it's 1/4 of 12 and 1/4. Of means multiply. 1/4 times 49/4, not your bell. It gives you 49 over 16. 16 goes into 49 3 times, takes you up to 48. You have 1 left over, 3 1/16 inch. Number 5, Jacob wants to keep going, so we'll keep going. One of the most beautiful hiking trails in the U.S. is Glacier Bay and Rocky Mountain National Park. The hiking trail through Glacier Gorge is 9 3/5 miles round trip. If you hike 1 3/5 miles an hour, how many hours will the round trip take? 9 3/5. We're putting it in groups of 1 3/5. Improper fractions. 9 times 5 is 45, plus the 3 would be 48/5 divided by 8/5. My multiplication problem, 48/5 times 5/8. Cross reducing will make your life really easy. Cross, 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 cross. You're going to come up with an answer of 6 much faster that way. 48 times 5. You get 240. 5 times 8 is 40. 240 divided by 40. Cross out your zeros. 24 divided by 4 is 6. It will take 6 hours. If you need to rest every half mile, how many rest stops will you take? So you start with the 9 3/5 miles. We're going to divide that by a half. 9 3/5 is 48/5 times 2 over 1. 96 over 5. 96 divided by 5 is 19. That takes you up to 19. You're at 95. You have 1 left over. 19 1/5 stops. It's going to take you forever to do that hike. Okay, that's enough on this section for 3.10. This is, once again, this is the last section. Word problems tend to be the hardest. Just got to figure out what operation you're doing. And don't forget to do your reciprocals. Good job.